Hello everybody, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad that you decided to take a little peek at my new channel, So Too We Begin Embroidering. This channel is going to provide some humor, some tips, tricks, techniques, and just learning more and more about the business of embroidering for fun, for profit, uh, for leisure. I too am a newbie, and that was the reason why I named this channel So Too We Begin, because we are beginning together. I'm here to learn as well as to provide information. So when you stop by, hopefully I will be able to answer questions that you may have. If I don't know the answer to the question, I will be definitely trying to find an answer so I can share that with the audience, because I too, as I said, am trying to learn. I've been doing embroidery for about a year now, and let me tell you a little bit about myself. The reason why I decided to even have this channel was because, like I said, I started about a year ago. I got a embroidery machine. I was watching HSN actually, and they were promoting the Project Runway, Brothers Project Runway 4x4 embroidery machine. I didn't know anything about what kind of machine to get or anything like that. I didn't even know anything about actually how to embroidery. I just said, okay, I'm going to get this. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time. Matter of fact, I actually own another machine that I got about 15 years ago, a Singer Futura. Never used it. I never used it. It's actually sitting in my storage right to this minute. And I didn't know what to do. I couldn't find anyone to help me. I went to a sewing embroidery company, a store actually, and told them what I had and asked them if they could give me lessons or whatever. And of course they didn't do it because I didn't buy it from them. So way back then, people weren't, giving you information if you didn't actually purchase the machine from them. So I never used it, and it just sat idle. I know how to sew. I learned how to sew in high school. I worked in a sewing factory for a few years, so I do know how to sew. But there's a big difference between sewing and doing embroidery. And when I opened that box and saw all the hoops and all of the apparatus that went with it, I was just at a total loss and I didn't know what to do. So I closed it up, put it away, and I've never used it. I don't even have the instructions to it anymore. I do have the hoops, but I don't have the instructions. So back to me getting the Project Runway 4x4 machine. I purchased it, I got it, it was delivered, I opened it up, I hooked it up, plugged it in, and start looking at all of the different instructions that came with it. And I had already looked at some videos online, and I had ordered a book, and so I knew how to set it up. And I actually got it going, and I started using it and making my little designs. And I looked at a channel that I still to this day look at, and I do recommend that you guys that are new like me that want to learn, not only stop by here, of course, but also check out the baby's booties, because I have to tell you, Eve Lowry is a fantastic teacher, and she basically taught me almost as much everything that I know about embroidery right now just by looking at her various videos that she put out. She's been doing it 5 or 6 years. She has so many videos and they're so informative. So that's how I got started. And so when I got my machine, I did exactly what she said to do. I got a bunch of towels that I got from Sam's wholesale, and I started trying to do the designs. And of course, most of them weren't done correctly. I didn't know how to hoop it right. I didn't know the stabilizer that I need. I didn't get really good thread, and all of the things and mistakes that we normally make when we're starting off and we don't have any direction. So It didn't take me very long, maybe a couple of weeks before I realized I didn't really want that 4x4 machine. So I returned it. And then I decided I didn't want to give up on it. So I saw this Brother SE 1900 embroidery machine combination. It's a sewing machine and an embroidery machine combined. That's why it's SE for sewing embroidery. And the largest hoop that it has is 5x7. And I still have that machine. That is my baby. I love it. It is my inspiration. Actually, that's the name that I gave it, and I still use it to this day. Actually, I started my business with that machine, making face masks. And so that's what really got me hooked. So much so that I've actually, as you can see behind me, have gotten a 10 needle machine. It's a Brother. It is the Entrepreneur Pro X, PR 1055X. It is their newest 10 needle machine, and I am head over heels in love with this machine. So I have two Brothers machine, and I use them both, and I'm just, as I said, in love with embroidery. So that brings me back to the whole purpose of this channel. I know that I still go on Facebook, and I've joined many different Facebook groups, and I look at so many different videos on YouTube to learn and to answer the questions that I have. But what I also noticed was there's so many people that are taking up embroidery, and they're like me, they don't know anything about it. And they ask questions, and I hear the same questions over and over and over again. So I said, I know the answer to a lot of these questions, so why not just jump in with both feet and go ahead and start my own channel and make my contribution and see what I can do to help people learn and fall in love with the whole concept of embroidery. If you want to start a business, you can. That opportunity is there. And there's plenty of room for all of us, just like there's plenty of room for another channel like mine. So that's the reason why I started this channel. And I'm hoping that we will be able to become friends over the internet. Ask me questions. I'll pose questions. I will do research. I will find out the information that you ask that I can't answer. So I'm going to ask you to, if you have that interest, to support my channel, So Too We Begin Embroidery. Subscribe, hit the like button, and come back. I plan on uploading videos at least once a week, by hopefully every Wednesday by 1 p.m. That's my goal. And my goal again is to provide information about some of the questions that you have. People ask about stabilization and what type of stabilizers do I need, and what is stabilizer? What kind of thread? What's the weight? What kind of needles? How to hoop? How to float? What is floating? What machine to buy? I hear that question asked a lot about, I'm new and I want to get a machine and I don't know which one to get. Should I get a single needle, a multi-needle? What brand? All of those questions. And another question that comes up a lot, software. Do I need software? What is software? And if I do need it, which software do I get? And do I need to learn how to digitize? And what is this digitizing anyway? What's the purpose? So there are a lot of questions out there. I know a lot of those answers. I'm willing to share the information that I've learned, and we can begin this journey together and learn and have fun and just become experts as time goes on. So again, I appreciate it if you come back. Check me out. Please subscribe, hit the like button and come back next week and see what additional information that I may have to share. My next video, I plan to answer some of the questions that I posed. And I think the first one that I definitely am going to talk about would be choosing a machine, because that's where you start. If you're going to do embroidery, you need a machine to do it with. And what machine should I get? Should I get a single needle? Should I get a multi-needle? If I do get a single needle, what's a good brand? If I get a multi-needle, what's a good brand? What's a good price? Used or new? Those are questions people ask, and let's discuss that next time. So come back, check my channel, hit the like button, hit the bell so you can get the notification. Therefore, you'll know when I've uploaded a new video, and then we will go ahead with this journey, and so too we begin. Thank you.